Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Bagasaki Abdillah Pratama, and today I want to make a short presentation about timer instruction and implementation in CX Programmer. The purpose of this presentation is first we can understand about definition of the CX Programmer and timer in CX Programmer. Second, we can understand about timer function in CX Programmer, and third, we can implementation of timer function. First of all, I want to start with the general information or general definition of the CX programmer. CX programmer is a specialist software for programming PLC, and PLC is programmable logic control, which is made by Omron Industry. And the definition of the timer in CX programmer. The timer in CX programmer is one of the many commands in CX programmer whose main function is to perform time delay. Next, get to know more about timer instruction. The timer instruction is used for timer delay. This instrument required two operands which is located on two instruction lines. And the first line, this is a first line, from the number, and the second line from the setting timer or set value. A timer can a timer number can only be used once. That is a timer number that has been used cannot be used for another timer. However, a timer number can be used as the operand contact as many times necessary. And this is and if the timer number use use and another timer can be add a notification like this. The number of timer the number of the timer depended on the type of PLC. For example, in PLC Omron CP1A, this PLC have 128 number, which is from 000 to 127. The timer required a set value for operating. The set value has a value between 000 and 9999 in decisecond units. For example, if you want set the timer in 1 second, you must set the value in 10. And how the timer work? Timer work when execution state switch to on and resets to set value when its execution state switch to off. If the execution state is longer than set value, the completion flag, which indicates that the time count has ended, remain on until the timer is reset. The timer will be reset if it's located in interlock program section, execution state is off, and when power cut off. Next, the application timer on PLC. Timer in PLC can be used for first delay on timer. This instruction allows the output to switch on after a certain time when the output is active. The output will switch off when the set value of timer off. And second, delay of timer. Actually, delay of timer uh, similar with delay on timer because but the difference is this the but the difference is delay of timer can can be switched off after a certain time when the input is active. The input is a timer, and the output will switch on when the set value timer out off. And third, flip-flop lamp. This is a combination of two implementation of delay on and delay off, which is this implementation required to timer to work. And for example, the output on, for example, two lamp. First lamp can on a few second and two lamp can on a few second and repeating. And for this occasion, I make a example program of the timer function. The example program, I input a traffic light program. In traffic light program, this is a need three timer for set light to switch in turn, where are where where the green light turn on first, always in 5 seconds, then switch to orange light for 5 seconds, and finally the red lights turn for 5 seconds, and so on. For the detailing program, I am yet make a letter diagram or program PLC, and this is like I say before, we need three timer. This is a timer. This is a timer one, timer two, and timer three, and this is output of the program. The output one I'm set for the green light lamp. Timer number two I'm set for orange light, and the last output I I'm set for the red light. And this is a relay. What is relay? I think I can explain in another time. Okay, let's we simulation this program. For start the program, we need to switch on the start contact. And this program, click uh, on in 5 seconds, and orange legs for on for 5 seconds, and the last is red leg on for 5 seconds and repeating. And this is why this is timer how timer work. Timer one is active, and then next by timer number two, and the last timer number three active and repeating. Okay, that's all I can presentation about timer function. And if you have if you have a question, you can write on comment. And for the conclusion, the timer is a part of CX Programmer, which CX Programmer is a software PLC programming, and timer is one of the many command in CX Programmer, and the many and and the function as a time delay. And point number two, timer required as a set value in order to function, and the timer set value is from 000 to 9999. The timer also has an address whose number depends on the type of the PLC. The timer address can only be used can be used once unless is used as an operand. And for the example of implementation of the timer function are quite a lot, and one of which is a traffic light program like I gave before. Okay, thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.